If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Everybody wants to know what's next. Yeah,
I know what's next for me is going to be like a high tops pizza I'm going to take home with me.
There you go.
I don't care what you guys want.
What the hell you mean take home?
Yeah, right.
You guys are rabid out here. I need to be able to eat in peace. All of a sudden I'll be changing diapers, eating pizza. That's not a good combo.
How often does that happen in your life? Is that like a regular occurrence where...
Oh man, there's so much poo in my life.
Hey.
I got a 7-month at home.
You want to take your pizza home?
Yeah, I want to take it home. I got a 7-month at home. I got 3 puppies at home.
That's a lot of food.
I got 5 dogs. That's a lot of
The
poo.
football part is the easy part at this point.
I actually enjoy sitting in traffic sometimes. Because one, it's either I'm not at work yet or I'm not at home. I just get to sit there by myself in traffic. It's nice and peaceful. But me and Tommy Zibikowski commute together.
Okay.
And as you guys know, he got a concussion, so he's a little bit crazy right now.
More so.
He thinks he's like a pro boxer. I mean,
Yeah, what's that all
he really
about?
tings he's a pro boxer. So
I like your style.
he's got a good style. But he talks about me. I can't wait to knock somebody out. I'm like, oh, in football? He's like, no, boxing. We're playing football now, Tom. But no, never mind. I'm digressing.
What's it like? I mean, you had a concussion before, I'm assuming?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I've given a bunch, but not that I know of.
Do you know immediately when another player has a concussion? Is it like one of those things that when they get to the sidelines, you're just like, dude, you don't even know where you are right now?
I mean, typically they run to the other sideline. But
birds are flying over their head.
yeah. I mean, I've seen like a couple times everything's gone black when I've had some hard hits. Everything's gone black, and a couple times everything's gone white. But other than that, they do a concussion assessment test, but I haven't had to take one of those yet. So
you've been
I think
fortunate.
I'm okay. I think I'm okay, but still, all those, every game you get a bunch of hard hits to the head.
Sure.
And they say over the duration of time, that's what's really harmful is a bunch of hits to the head.
And certainly while you haven't had a concussion, you've had a number of injuries. This team dealing with a ton of injuries right now. What's that like to be the guy? Do you feel like you're personally letting down a team? What's it like to be the guy that's hurt and dealing with that week in and week out?
Well, I think most importantly when you're hurt is you feel like you're letting your teammates down, but you try to think of a way like, how can I get better? But the best thing when you're hurt is the best thing to do is to rest and to not try to come back early. So we've had a couple guys come back early and try to play on injuries, and it set them back even further, which sets the team back. So I think the best thing you can do when you're hurt is just be patient, do your rehab, and the only thing that's really going to heal that thing is time.
Are most players good with not giving the pressure that, hey, you need to get back on the field or suck it up? I mean, that's the stereotype we always hear. I mean, I know I hear it from fans on occasion on Twitter, things like that, but are most guys in the locker room good enough that they take care of each other and that knowing a guy's hurt, you're not going to add any extra pressure to get them back on the field sooner than maybe they're ready to be?
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to have knowledge and know what your injury is.
Right.
Like if it's something muscular, it's probably going to heal a little bit faster. If you have a bone or something like that, you really want to stay off of it and not turn a little stress into a fracture or something like that. So, I mean, just like I said, the best thing is time, and there's always going to be pressure because everybody gets paid regardless if you're hurt or not.
Right.
So there's always going to be pressure, and you're always going to feel like, oh, I got to come back as fast as I can. But you have to kind of take the pay scale and all those things out of it and be like, okay, I'm getting paid, and you want to perform because you're getting paid, but the best thing you can do is just shrink the time that you're out, and that's by staying off it and not coming back too soon.
Ayanbadejo with Glenn Clark and Luke Jones on WNST. BA, we have to talk about this because the Tennessee game, we talked about the word letdown. We talked about maybe not where you wanted to be. Now next week you guys go to Jacksonville. Jacksonville, a team that's struggled now for a few weeks, rookie quarterback, and guys around town are going to talk about that. You got to avoid the letdown this week. What did you learn from the Tennessee game? And how is it that you say now this week there's just no chance that anything like that could happen?
Yeah, well, I think this week in the game we played yesterday was really a turning point for us because we did some things differently in practice, and it could have backfired on us, but obviously it didn't. We did the right thing. Some things were cut shorter, or some things we didn't address, or just something was a little bit different in practice. And I think the things that we did different this week is really we learned from the Tennessee game, and so now we're going into Jacksonville. We could have lost easily, could have lost to the Texans. The Texans are a good team, but more importantly, it's not about who we're playing. It's about us playing to our capabilities. If we play to our capabilities every week, then nobody's really going to be able to beat us. So I think that's what we learned from the Tennessee game. So now you fast forward to the Texans game, and it was easily a game. There was a point where we were down 14-13 in the game,
right,
and then we just took control from there. So now going into Jacksonville, I think the momentum that we gained off of the last few wins is going to push us ahead, and now we know how to finish teams, and we're comfortable with what we do. We know what we can do. We know what we can't do, and so I think we learned all those things from the Tennessee game. So it was an important week this week. It pushed us over the bubble. Now it's like we know, okay, we're one of the best teams, and let's keep going. We got this momentum, and let's keep it rolling from here.
Do you do any sort of like check mark type of thing? We remember who was it? Randy Moss had the check marks a few years ago with the cornerbacks he faced. You guys have faced Rashard Mendenhall. You faced Chris Johnson.
Ocho Cinco had the check marks.
The check marks. Do you do anything like that with running backs? Like now, because there's another great one that you're facing again this week in Maurice Jones-Drew. Do you take it personally where you say, I don't care how good you are as a back, look at our defense. You are not running on us.
Yeah, our first goal from a defensive standpoint is we're not going to let a team run the ball. What does Jacksonville do? They run the ball.
Right.
So that's the first thing we're going to take away is the run. And now we're going to put the ball into the hands of a young rookie quarterback, a young quarterback that they have. So, we take away Maurice Jones-Drew, we make them one-dimensional, they're going to have a hard time. And what the Ravens do best, we stop the run. That's what we do. That's what our team is built for. That's what our defense is designed to do.
Is that personal for you at this point? Like, the more that you play defensively, is it a personal thing that...
just from our defensive mentality, you just look at guys, you look at our up front guys like Haloti Nada, Suggs, Double J, Cody, Mount Cody. It's just, we got some Corey Redding, like the names just keep coming, Paul Kruger. We got some serious guys, even Art Jones. We got guys up there, they're built to stop the run. They take pride in doing that. And then you put the linebackers behind them, obviously the greatest of all time, Ray Lewis. Jameel McClain is an awesome awesome linebacker as well. So, what we do is stop the run. So if you're a team with a good running game like Tennessee, we take pride, like, okay, we want to play those teams. We want to play the teams with the best running game in the league, and we want to shut that down. We shut down Tennessee's running game, but we didn't stop their quarterback. But, you live and learn, and this week, Jacksonville, they're going to try and run the ball against us, so we're definitely up for the task.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.